Hey, Let's Do Video viewers, welcome back. And I am excited today. I'm here with Erik and Sam. Can you guys please introduce yourselves?
Hello, everyone. My name is Sam Kennedy. I run the go-to-market for NetSpeak.
And Erik DeGiorgi, founder and CEO of NetSpeak.
Now, I'm really excited. Viewers, let me tell you, I'm excited to have these guys here today. I've been talking a lot about AI. In fact, I've done a whole show. We usually hang out here in our wonderful boardroom because we're talking about AV. We're talking about solving AV problems. But I have another show about AI. Let's go to our AI kitchen because this is about an AI recipe. So let's move here to our wonderful. Some of our viewers may recognize our AI kitchen here. And I'm excited about what you guys are cooking up because I've been hearing, all right, we're all sick to death of AI, but I can't be sick of it because it's solving problems in the world. But in our industry, in the AV industry, I keep hearing from our product people, hey, you know our great products? We're slapping AI onto them. Okay, whether it needs it or not. And I keep hearing from AI people, we can do anything with AI. What products should we slap it onto? So we're just kind of getting AI making our existing products better. But Sam, who's been in the industry as long as me, longer than me, I think forever, he doesn't have a product. And Sam is like, I just know what the problems are in the industry. Let's apply AI to that. And no one other than you guys is talking about that. And you briefed me on it. We're announcing at ISE what this is about. So tell me, first of all, if I got that right. And let's talk about the kind of problems we're actually going to solve here.
Sure. So yeah, you got it right. The only thing is, we do have a product. It's just not a physical product, right? Many people know me as being a part of a hardware manufacturer. So this time it's all pure software and generative AI, and it is really exciting of what we're coming to market with. But the big problems we're looking to solve for is to bring in intelligence in generative AI to helping administer conference rooms. And we think about some of the big challenges when I'm talking to customers is that they are having to roll out as many technology in as many conference rooms as possible. And the majority of those technologies are from different vendors, right? There is no one size fits all from a UC and AV perspective. So there's lots of different types of technologies in all of these spaces. The challenge is how do I administer all of those, especially as IT is taken over for the AV support for AV. How do they stay knowledgeable? How do they support all of these spaces with all these different technologies and different platforms that are moving so fast? How do they stay up to date to be able to keep those rooms up and running all the time? And so, and what we've seen in the industry from a support of these spaces has really been around monitoring, right? They're building out these tools that allow me to do software updates and provisioning. But what we're doing that's different is taking that generative AI and applying it to these spaces so that I can install my rooms easier with less complexity and less experience that's needed or more higher cost people to install the spaces. And same thing on the administration of them on a daily basis. How do I keep them up and running all the time without having an army of staff to support that? So what we're taking is generative AI, applying it to these spaces to keep our rooms up and running at a much higher percentage than anything that's been done in the market so far.
But that's actually crucial right now. I think we actually need to go back to our boardroom because this is what we're talking about.
What we're talking about.
You know, this used to be, if you wanted to be a part of the meeting, you showed up and you sat in these chairs, and that's not the deal anymore. It's not just that one person who can call in remote. The important people are remote. We really have to enable these spaces, and some spaces are easy. Just slap in a video bar, you're good to go. Some spaces are not so easy. Big rooms are hard, and 10,000 rooms of any kind is not easy to do. And, you know, the vendors, yeah, they're doing a wonderful job. The vendor who makes that video bar has a wonderful monitoring solution so I can monitor their bars. And the person who's making the microphone has, and the person who's making the speakers, and the person who's making, but it's all these different softwares to monitor. I don't want to think about all that. I just want the room. I want someone who understands the room. And I think that's what I'm hearing from you. Is that right?
Yeah. And if you don't mind, that's actually very much the genesis of NetSpeak. So in my previous company in the digital signage wing of the industry, we were a vendor that had a monitoring tool. And it was exactly my customer base in that previous role that said, well, okay, that's great, Erik, your stuff works, but I've got too many vendors. I've got too many monitoring tools. I need something that's helping me solve that problem. That was 3 years ago. And we started embarking on the process that is now has now led to the launch of NetSpeak. But we've really taken it a lot further than just that simple monitoring. That was kind of the genesis. That's a necessity, right? But we really looked at it. We kind of clean slated it and looked at it from a fresh perspective. And what we are going to be showing the world here at ISE and is Lena. Our product is Lena. And Lena is it's hard not to personify her. We kind of lean into that. Lena's stands for Language Enabled Network Administrator, and just you can kind of simply think of it as, how are we using Gen AI? What's the power of Gen AI? It's not only to observe and make decisions and do that and communicate information in ways that people can absorb, but also you can communicate autonomously with machines, right? So what we've built, imagine hiring someone to come into your IT team or pro AV team, and that's been trained on every single document on every single device that's on your network, can communicate with all of those, is observing the network 24/7, 365, is able to digest cryptic data sets coming from different devices, is able to take all of that and work just as the way a human would, right? I'm observing the network. A problem arises. How do I troubleshoot that problem and find a resolution? Build a workflow to solve the problem. Take lessons and learning from that to prevent it from happening in the future. All of the things that people do on a daily basis, Lena's able to do. We mimic those human workflows, but we put this kind of superhuman intelligence on top of everything. And just imagine having that operating in your network and how many problems that would solve on a day-to-day basis.
That's exciting, I do think you should lean into personifying it. I think that's one of the most powerful things about this generation of AI, is that we can talk to it as if it's a person. We've had, like you said, we've had monitoring for years. We've had dashboards, and you could have a really good IT person. They could sit down and look at those dashboards, and they could see trends if they've been doing it for years, and they could say, oh, you know what, meeting room 3 isn't being used as much, and I think there's a problem with one of the speakers. We're having a crack on. If that person is really good and on the ball. But you have to have that person. If you're new and you're looking at that dashboard, you're just seeing red lights and green lights and all this stuff. It's hard to figure out. If it's personified, it's one thing to say, oh, great, you've given me a dashboard. I can go in, I can learn how to use it, and I could find that speaker problem. It's another thing to say, you're giving me Lena, and I could say, hi, Lena, what's up with meeting room 3? And Lena could say, yeah, no one's using that meeting room because of the speaker problem. You want me to order a new speaker? Oh.
Yep.
Oh, yep. Okay. I can speak that language. It's my
Take
language.
it even further. Take it even further. She can troubleshoot what's going on in the room automatically. She potentially, again, if it's a fixable problem, she could fix the problem for you so that you no longer have a problem in that room. That's what's so exciting about this. It's not just monitoring, telling me that there's a problem in that room and that room's down. It can proactively figure out what those problems are and help you solve them automatically.
That's exciting. And
really.
Like I started this whole thing, it actually solves the problems we need. It's not just, oh, look at this cool stuff AI could do. Meetings are still being ruined by stuff that could be proactively solved. And it's really nice if you have an AI team that can afterwards say, yeah, that meeting was ruined, go fix the problem. But to fix it before the meeting gets ruined, I'd love to say people can do everything. We don't need this AI, but sometimes we need superhuman AI. And I'm sorry, humans can't read the future like that, but AI can. You can find that problem beforehand. So
absolutely, yep.
And I mean, in some ways, it's not like one of the things that we've been working on that Lena will support very early on is the ability to do room checks. So that it can, like, we know that a lot of organizations, in order to find those problems before they happen to the end users, they'll have a person that will walk room to room and test all the spaces out. Well, we can automate that. And by leveraging Gen AI, we can go into the room, we can set up test calls, we can test what's going on in the room, find out if there's making sure, well, we can find out, make sure that it works beforehand. But if it doesn't, it can go in there, like I said, and either fix the problem itself or alert an administrator as to how to fix the problem before any end user would ever know it. And that's what's so powerful here, right? Is that as the problem of, I mean, it's such a good problem to have in the industry, but as these technologies are getting rolled out into so many different rooms, the IT staffs are not growing at the same pace. Yeah, if I had an army of people to support all of these spaces, sure, I wouldn't need the AI to do that. But the reality is that's not what's happening, right? Is that IT teams are shrinking, they're becoming less knowledgeable about AV. So we think the time is now to bring these tools, especially a generative AI tool, to support them, to help them with the scale that what most customers are dealing with right now.
Nice. Well, it sounds like the time is now. Anything else our viewers should know? If you're watching this and you're heading to ISE, please go to booth. Do you have the booth number? I'll pop it up in post-production
for that one.
But I'll pop it up. It's right above our heads right now.
It is. We're in the innovators row, and we are in booth CS820 at ISE. So please come see us. We'll give you live demonstrations of all this. Reach out to us. We will be public. We're going to make our announcement on January 21st. So by the time everyone sees this, we'll be out and about. Eric and I will both be at ISE. We expect to be generally available in calendar Q1 of 2025. So any customers that want a demo, that want to start to use this, definitely reach out to me, Sam at netspeek.com. It's 2 E's, NETSPEEK. And we'd love to show this off to everyone.
And my last final thought is what's so exciting about this to me is that being agnostic, being not just being for certain products, hardware products that are out there. I have so many friends in the industry who work for all these wonderful companies that make all these wonderful products, and you're going to make them all work better. All their stuff's going to work better. Everyone who watches my videos, who's using any of these products, all their stuff can potentially work better. So we're going to be like friends to everyone. So this is going to be pretty exciting.
It really is. It's an amazing time, and that's absolutely part of our strategy is to build out and make all these different products be more successful, right? For us, we have, Eric and I spend a lot of our time talking to end customers, but also spending a lot of time talking to the different hardware vendors because we want to pull it all together. We think we can sit in the middle there and make everyone successful. And really, again, bringing that Gen AI, which I think in our industry has been so focused on the end user being that assistant for the person who is using the technology. We want to be that generative AI tool to help support all these different technologies in all these spaces. And that's why it's such an exciting time. I mean, it's like science fiction how this stuff works.
Yeah. So LinkedIn has been buzzing with everyone wondering what is Sam up to and do I need to talk to him about it? Now you all know. You know what he's up to, and you know that, yes, you do need to talk to him about it. So, Sam, we got your information down below. Eric and Sam, thank you so much for being here. Thank you, everyone, for watching, and be sure to check them out at ISE.